What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with another PC pickup video. Just wanted to show off some super cool stuff that I've got in recently. Generally oversized, oddball items. Definitely not cards, but really, really cool. Some stuff from the early 1900s and then a lot of stuff from the 50s and late 40s. So we'll get into it. Really neat. If you're a baseball fan or a baseball collector, you're going to enjoy it. So first off, you guys, if you watch the channel, have seen this before. This actually just finally came back from Beckett. Had to get it fixed. This is a Harry Walker newspaper cut, authenticated autograph. They actually had flipped the flips for Harry Walker and Harry Callis. So I had to send that back. But cool item. Happy to finally have that in hand again. And then the Harry Callis, as you can see, newspaper, Harry Callis, authenticated by Beckett. Beckett, one of the premium names in the hobby, but obviously they've done some damage to their reputation in recent years in terms of card grading, just losing popularity, but their autograph authentication is really good. It's top notch. And for larger items, their encapsulation is pretty affordable. So definitely something I would consider, but definitely awesome to have Hall of Famer Harry Callis slabbed up in the collection. Then we've got a whole bunch of different items that we will get to here. We'll take a look at. We've got this super cool newspaper poster insert from June 13th of 1948. It features Del Ennis and Harry Walker, both Phillies, obviously. Gotta love that cool cream uniform. Del Ennis was a big star in the city at that point. Harry Walker was around, probably better known outside of the Phillies. Then we've got this McGregor glove ad. Super cool there, featuring, of course, Robin Roberts, Hall of Famer. So that's going to be from the late 40s. Let's get these slabs moved. These are all larger items, and obviously some of them are quite fragile. Oh, here's another slab. I can show this off. This is not a super old item. This is a 1974 Bob Parker, Chuck Klein, Virgil Davis. It's only in a 4, but I mean, when I couldn't believe I saw one of these slabbed. I mean, the cost of getting this slabbed, and I got this for next to nothing. Like, I was thrilled. These are blank backs. I actually just recently picked up a raw copy of this. I just think they're super cool, just neat little items. So super thrilled. Don't really care whatsoever about the grade itself. Anyway, what I was saying is a lot of these items are very fragile, so I got to be careful with it. Here is a framed orange juice ad featuring Robin Roberts. So, I mean, just a great looking image. Great item. These are just things you're not going to see that much. A lot of these were picked up at an auction, and honestly, unbelievably affordable prices. So, I mean, I couldn't turn them down for the prices I got them for. But really cool. Again, when you're looking at pieces of paper that are 70 years old, you do have to be careful with them. As much as I'd love to hang certain things in certain rooms, you got to hang them in darker spaces where you can obviously put on light but not have consistent direct light. Otherwise, they'll just get ruined. These are laminated, so these are some ads. I got 3 of them here. And as you can see, the back has comic strips on it. So they were in the comics. This first one is a Richie Ashburn, Cavalcade of Sports, Richie Ashburn. This is for Gillette. You can actually see it. There's a old commercial you can find on YouTube with Richie Ashburn with Gillette razors. So that's super sweet. Then we've got Robin Roberts, Gem Razor and Blades. This one more of like a comic strip. I mean, these are just unbelievably cool items. And honestly, like I would have paid far more than what I paid. I mean, some of these lots were, I don't know, not even like $10. This is a Kurt Simmons for Gillette. 20 blades, 98 cents. Cost a little bit more than that now. Kurt Simmons, really popular Philadelphia Philly and Philadelphian. So those are sweet. Then here, awesome Wheaties ad, Del Ennis. June 15th, 1947. High school sweethearts, keeping house. You've got the image in color. So just a great ad. And then have All-Stars of the Diamond for Adirondack Bats. This features a selection of players. You got Bobby Thompson. You got Hall of Famer Larry Doby. Al Dark. And then you shift over to the left. You've got Hank Bauer from the Yankees. Grant Hamner, who is the Philly featured on this. This is super cool. And then the final item I have to show off is a 1903 W601 Sporting Life Team Composite. I actually have one more of these. I have a 1905 that I had picked up a few years ago. 1905 probably has a few more recognizable players. The Phillies were really bad in 1903. I think they were like 48 and 98 or something. Handful of ties. I want to say they were probably about the third worst team in baseball. Granted, the league wasn't as big back then, but just not a lot of stars. Doohan, you see him a lot on cards. But outside of that, I mean, Kid Gleason's got some old school cards, but most of the other guys were probably only there for a year or two. Chad Zimmer, I think he was towards the end of his career and a backup catcher as well. I want to say he probably had 20 or 30 at-bats. So, yeah, there you see manager and catcher. But those are awesome. They're fairly large. But these are just all neat, really cool items. So if you're a team collector or even a player collector and, you know, sometimes you're not finding cards, there are other cool things you can find. And that is one of the neat things about following and collecting a team that has a long history is you can go back and find all this stuff because these are just cool things beyond just the Phillies for me and the baseball. I mean, you can think about just another, you know, different time and sometimes a different way of life, maybe even a simpler way of life here in the United States. And you can kind of connect it back to friends or family, I should say. I mean, some of these, 1947, that is June of 47. That's before either of my parents, right before either of my parents were even born. So something you can think about, like, you know, a relative, a great grandfather might have been flipping through the paper and seen that exact ad. It's neat. Wanted to share these items, cool pickups. Comment below, let me know what you think. Do you have any cool, neat items like this? Are these things that interest you? Are they things you collect? Or are they things that you might consider looking at in the future to see if you can find anything that fits your PC? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.